Look, Timmy, you won't believe this, but I finally found a new club that could help you get to know some more people around the neighborhood and, make some friends. They seemed really chill and they play games like you. I'm really excited for you to finally make some friends around here. And here we are, the clubhouse. Anyways, that's all. Have fun with them, Timmy. 안녕히 계세요. Now, while that opening sequence was lighthearted, the rest of this video is not. So just as a disclaimer, I do not condone or endorse any of the behaviors shown. Please follow the law. Any disputes regarding copyright or other concerns will be addressed legally if necessary. Moving on from that, in this video, we'll be covering 3 specific cases within Roblox, those being the most notorious predator, one of the more obscure cases, and finally, the most recent case. It might seem obvious at first to start with the most notorious predator, but I actually want to look at the obscure case first because it's the most interesting by far, and unlike the other two, the Roblox accounts involved in this case are completely unknown. Let's paint the picture. It's September 10th, 5 a.m. in New Jersey, the United States. There lies an inn, and outside it stands an 11-year-old girl, along with her cat. Half an hour later at 5:30, a vehicle pulls up next to the child. The individual driving is 27-year-old Darius Matilovich. He and the child had previously talked on Roblox and other platforms such as Discord or TikTok. The two had agreed to meet in person online earlier. The girl is put into the car, and the vehicle promptly speeds off, 135 miles away to Matilovich's home in Delaware. Upon entering the home with the girl, Matilovich is allegedly looking to, well, for lack of a better word, have a freaky party. Huh, Matilovich, it seems the police are here. It just so happens the victim's younger brother had spotted her leaving the room from the hotel window. He assumed that she was going to school. She was not. It isn't precisely known how the police did it, but allegedly they simply gave the perpetrator a call and perhaps they got his number from the mother, but he quickly admitted to the kidnapping. I want to mention that the girl was unharmed and suffered no abuse whatsoever when the police retrieved her. But this is where the case gets interesting. Let's go to court. Here it is. Devil's advocate. Matilovich's defense would argue that the girl had actually asked him to save her from a bad home environment, and seeing how she was unharmed after retrieval, maybe you could believe that. But if that was the case, why would he not have, say, take the girl to the police, or at least notify them he had her and state he was trying to help her, which is exactly what the judge was wondering. In the end, Matilovich would be charged with first-degree kidnapping and third-degree child endangerment. These charges alone could find him 10 to 30 years in jail if found guilty. Now, for legal reasons, since this trial hasn't occurred or is easily accessible public info, we have to assume that he is innocent, at least until proven guilty, because that's how it works in the United States. But what do you think? Do you believe him? Do you trust he was trying to save the girl from an abusive home environment? Unfortunately for him, when police ran a forensics test on his phone, it revealed hundreds of not-so-family-friendly photos and videos of the girl he had kidnapped, which he was subsequently charged for. So that certainly isn't helping his case or lawyers. I think it should be relatively simple to prove him guilty. Well, that's one case covered, and with that case done, it should be obvious which case we'll look at next. The most notorious predator, Mr. Obious. Mr. Obious was a 2-time Bloxy, now called Innovation Awards winner for animation. For those unfamiliar with Roblox, the Bloxies are essentially Roblox's version of the Oscars. And as someone involved in the Roblox animation community, it definitely hurts that Roblox's most notorious predator was an animator, as there are so many genuinely amazing people creating so many amazing things. But aside from that, Mr. Obious first joined Roblox in June 2007. Like we said earlier, he would rise to stardom and garner thousands of fans thanks to his Roblox animations. That is, until a certain video would go viral in 2017, created by Ruben Sim, disclosing how Mr. Obious had been soliciting illicit material from minors when he was 22. Now, I won't just copy and paste all the pictures and materials Sim presented in the video. I highly recommend you check out the video Sim created himself through the sources link in the description. It's incredibly well made, and with all the current jokes online created about predators, because, well, 2024 has been an interesting year to say the least. This video really sets the atmosphere on how serious of an issue predatory behavior is and just how deplorable and awful what Mr. Obious did truly is. But to summarize the video in one sentence, it spends around 12 minutes presenting rapid-fire evidence Sim had gathered from various victims of Mr. Obvious's predatory behaviors, including sending 18-plus videos to minors, sending suggestive photos to minors, asking minors for 18-plus favors, sending suggestive voice recordings of himself to minors, harassing minors for illicit favors of their figure, and threatening to DDoS the victims if they try to speak out. And those are just some of the main points. When confronted by Ruben Sim about his behavior, Mr. Obvious would pretend to be a girl. I'm not really sure how becoming a girl makes everything he did suddenly okay. Shortly after, he would take down almost all of his YouTube videos, private his Twitter, and state he quit Roblox forever on his profile. And here's where things get frustrating. Unlike the obscure case we just covered, the rest of our cases, well, now we know who the Roblox avatars are, but no idea who the real people are. Meaning it's almost certain the predator of this case and our next case has never actually been brought to court, most likely never will. Sim had filed a report to the police presenting all of the evidence he had gathered about Mr. Obvious, along with timestamps and various other details, but was told it was not enough to track him down. And that's the unfortunate truth of some of these cases, really. The world is not perfect and innocent like how one of these kids may imagine. Good people are not always rewarded the way you want them to, and bad people are not always punished the way you want them to be. Roblox would ban Mr. Obvious in 2021. However, it wasn't because of his actions, it was because his account was hijacked and the hijacker got him banned most likely through uploading TOS breaking assets? Seriously, David? Well, that was Mr. Obvious. Now, the most recent case as of recording this is the expose of Koofy. I won't keep this long since it's pretty recent and his actions are well known. Essentially, Koofy, a prominent creator in the Roblox scene, was exposed by another creator named KakaV420 for allegedly being an alter ego of a creator in the past named Kelogish, who was revealed to have done various predatory behaviors, which we'll get into shortly. But Koofy used no voice in his videos. What evidence did Kaka have to know that Koofy was Kelogish? His first piece of evidence was he was told by another creator that Koofy was Kelogish. Not the strongest evidence, but the second piece of evidence, well, all channels on YouTube can have a filter of banned words in the comments that deletes all comments which have said words. And it's a bit suspicious that Kelogish would be in the tags when Koofy should supposedly have nothing to do with him. And when Kaka would confront Koofy, it's inferred from the video that he would admit to being Kelogish. But what exactly did Kelogish do? Well, just a few points. He would be in a relationship with a 14-year-old when he was 18, and then be in a relationship with a 15-year-old as a 20-year-old. His defense? They're really mature for their age. Roblox would ban his account, remove him from the Star Creator program, and his YouTube channel would be terminated. Kelogish's kingdom he had built up came crumbling down. And once again, his rebuilt kingdom Koofy had come tumbling down one more time due to Kaka. Again, in a court setting, he may be innocent until proven guilty, even if proving him to be guilty seems obviously easy, but Koofy hasn't made a response or been to court as of recording this, and the truth is, he probably never will. Well, that was the most recent predator. And oh, what is this? Koofy isn't the most recent predator anymore since I started making this video. Well, that sucks that there's been one or two more prominent figures in the community be predators since Koofy, but these are all... What the f-